Welcome viewers. In today's episode, r/AskReddit. Employees of Build a Bear. What is the weirdest thing a customer has requested? I worked there in high school about 10 years ago now. I guess the weirdest thing, but was very common, was putting dead relatives' recorded voices into stuffed animals. One was for a little girl whose father had died in Iraq. I was definitely crying while I sewed that bear up. Other than that, there were a few bronies that came in for Rainbow Dash. They were always very awkward but nice. Now her dad fights off nightmares in her dreams with military precision. When my dad died, we had a teddy bear made that was made out of two of his favorite shirts. The bear wore his favorite shirt and was made out of the second favorite. I was not an employee, but I interviewed. It was a group interview and they asked us all questions. Toward the end, they asked us individually if we wanted to sing a song but stressed we didn't have to. Only employees who sang moved on in the interview process. I've worked for the company for almost 4 years. Overall, the days follow the same routine of families come in with a budget and kids have fits when they want something outside of that budget. But I have certainly encountered some weirdos and just weird situations. Weirdest, mom wanted me to put a sack of her late daughter's baby teeth inside the bear with a recording of her voice. I feel like there's a lot of other sentimental items that could be kept with the bear other than teeth, but I guess everyone grieves in different ways. Crappy, parents will actually stuff things like the sounds in the bear before bringing them to the machine in hopes of pulling one over on you, like I'm not going to notice the hard plastic sound in your otherwise empty bear eye roll. Heartbreaking, parent booked a birthday party and requested me as the leader. Pretty typical. I have usual costumers that come in and we have a bond at this point. I knew the costumer and I was excited because I knew they've been going through the ringer with their middle kid in and out of the hospital, so I was really happy that I'd be able to be part of a happy celebration with them. Well, mom came in to talk to me early and it turns out middle kids has cancer and prognosis is not great, so the party is so her siblings and cousins can all come and each make her a bear to have in the hospital with her. Begin the waterworks here. So of course I made the party as special as I could, and during the wish I was in tears by the end of the party and had to leave as soon as it was over because I was a mess. Last update I got from the family though, she's doing better and in remission. One I had to encourage against, man came in wanting a bear for his girlfriend for this last Valentine's Day. He wanted to put an engagement ring inside of the bear and give it to her and then after a few months rip it open in front of her to propose. Ultimately he agreed it was not a great idea and he'd just stick with a cute bear and find a different way to propose. They came in last month making a flower girl bear for their flower girl to be. It's an interesting job and totally not for everyone, but I honestly love it. Not my forever job, but it's been great while going to undergrad and grad school. Some days I leave full of bubbly laughter and over days I leave in tears. Keeps things interesting. Watching a teenage girl make a bear dressed like her boyfriend, for her boyfriend, while he was there. I have never seen someone try so hard to look interested, but failing. Teenage love, I guess. The weirdest thing is all the middle-aged women who come in every time somehow new is released. They collect them, but are always super weird people. Being asked to repair a Smurfette because she was getting a little loose. My girlfriend and her grad school friends made a bear called Catastrophe Bear and he said everything is awful. Wasn't an employee, but I was there for this story. So I was there getting a Build a Bear for my friend for their birthday. I was going to make it full of inside jokes and a few light inappropriate jokes. In front of me was a guy with a bear that looked like he actually put some thought into it. I was standing behind him when he did his recording. He was nice and cool, then he grabbed the mic. I thought he was going to say something nice because he told the guy working there that it was for his GF. Here's how this guy started his recording. Hey there, you fat bitch. I know you're fucking with Roberto, you fucking skank. You fucking cow. Keep in mind, he's screaming this in a store full of young children. The employee didn't stop him because I assume he was too scared that he would probably rip his throat out if he intervened. Parents scrambling to cover their kids' ears. The guy did this for I think a minute, but it felt like an eternity. After getting his voice box sewn into the bear, he practically skipped out of the store happy as a clam. I know why he did it. I'm sure he planned out a nice date with her and then he would give her the bear and crush her world. But this guy was yelling at the top of his lungs. When I made a dirty joke, I was at least quiet so the kids behind me didn't hear. Everyone wanted to kill him, but they were also too scared to stop him. Not really weird, but everyone was speechless in that Build-A-Bear. Not an employee, but a few years ago I went with my little sister to get some horse thing done, and we were waiting in line to do the heart thing where you have to kiss it and promise to love the thing forever. The girl in front of us asked the lady doing the hearts if her bear was gay because it was rainbow. The employee looked a bit taken aback but recovered and told her the bear could be gay if she wanted. And in the most lethal voice I have ever heard out of a small child she said, "If you give him a gay heart I'll rip it out myself and feed it to the wolves." Haunts me to this day. I worked at Build-A-Bear for about 2-ish years. I just recently quit this past April. My does time fucking fly. People put a lot of things in their stuffed animals. Voices of deceased relatives was a popular one. I don't think that's weird though, we all grieve in our own ways, and hey, if a bear with Uncle Ted's voice in it comforts you, whatever. The people who really weirded me out were the people who didn't want anything. Not just no sounds or smells or whatever. I get it, that shit's expensive and adds up quickly. I worked there and I couldn't afford a decked out teddy bear. I mean, no fabric heart for the heart ceremony, no birth certificate, no box, nothing. All of which are free and encouraged. I want you to remember something, this is Build-A-Bear. You are buying a $30 teddy bear for your kid. You can go literally anywhere else for a stuffed animal for half the price. Build-A-Bear is about the experience of making the bear, customizing it, and taking it home for your kid to have its own custom and personal furry friend. Yes, that is what we have to call them. Why the fuck are you paying $30 for a random stuffed animal? Why are you doing this? What the fuck is wrong with you? At least put a fabric heart in, dude. It's free. It's literally free to put in a cute little heart with a wish for your child. It makes no sense and to this day frustrates me because to me there's no better way to say I don't give a shit about what I'm getting my child for Christmas than that. Also, as a bonus, people who were super weird with gendering their kid's stuffed animal weirded me the fuck out. It's a teddy bear, Kyle, your daughter can give it a tiara and name it Michael Jackson if she wants. Not an employee, but read a story about someone coming with one of their young relatives while they were doing the Eevee thing, and when the relative asked Op what to name the Eevee, he responded with Sam, which got some looks from the employee handling the Eevee. Afterwards, the employee said to them, "I know what you did. Sam is the name of the main protagonist in a pornographic comic. Sam is also an Eevee in that comic. I interviewed for them last year. My hair was a very light blonde, but I had dark roots, so it was easy to tell it wasn't my natural color, although it was a very natural color. My interviewer asked me if I could dye it black because it was unnatural and parents would throw a fit. I told it wouldn't be possible because it took me months to get that blonde." She then proceeded to write the number 1 on a piece of paper. "This is what I have graded your interview on a scale of 1 to 5. I didn't say anything and just walked out. All because I didn't want to dye my hair black. Oh, and the hours? 10 hours a week while I went to school. Not an employee, but at the one in the mall near me, the employees told me that a lady would come in with her pet monkey that she treated as her child. She used it as a clothing story for the monkey. She also tried to sue the local school district into letting the monkey attend but was unsuccessful. Now I'm imagining an illegal chop shop of a Build-A-Bear workshop where when you just walk in, it's a normal pawn shop. If you ask for Benny, and you don't have the look of a copper about you, they'll take you through to the back room where you see a massive open warehouse bustling with commotion. Workers skillfully shear apart black market bears for their components, dropping the stuffing to the floor and collecting secret mods and attachments which all get whisked away in rigid plastic buckets that clank and rattle with the trove of secrets stashed within. The owl of a shopkeeper Benny will walk up and bow graciously and ask you, "What kind of bear are you after?" "I need something with a nannycam eye, GPS tracker and a handgun built into the hand squeeze. We've got a military-grade 9mm paw print irons mod which we could get installed. You have the dough?" You'd flash the wealth and he'd eye it greedily before telling you to wait 15 minutes. "Oh, Benny. It's got to be X-ray safe, and smelling like strawberries would be a plus." He'd nod and you'd watch the staff grind away serial numbers with sparks flying as they install hydraulics into a Detective Pikachu plushie. You catch a crabby old man handling a blowtorch nozzle, which he deftly slips into an Elsa plushie before sewing a plastic eye over the gas outlet valve and installs the hand squeeze trigger between her arm and chest. A neural uplink chip is hotwired into the back center of a Rainbow Dash plushie, which is then connected with fine wirings to an Autoblow 2000 mounted in the face with Wi-Fi connectivity, and vibrating plug tail attachments are brought to the network. Buzzsaws shear off pieces of what might just be a military Humvee in the back. You're not sure what they've cut free, but you see them force the strange tube they hacked out into a purple cat stuffy that you think is named Mary Bell. And just when you think you've seen it all, you watch as an urn of human ashes is poured into dark velvet ink, and then fabric is dipped into the ash ink to make the ears of a Mickey Mouse plushie. It's fascinating, watching the black market hive buzz with energy. The free market is all well and good, but God bless the industry you find buried beneath it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe.